Okay. So the song and the energy that I have today is Tolerate It, Taylor Swift. The whole song is kind of playing through my head in this like very melancholic and like somebody like right on the cusp of taking their power back within a relationship because they're just not being appreciated. And they're giving and they're giving and they're giving. That song breaks my heart. That song's a tough one for me because I understand that energy. I'm prone to overgiving and really, well, used to be, not anymore. To overgiving in relationships. So that song, like, I know my love should be celebrated, but you tolerate it. Yeah, so I feel like somebody is like right on the cusp of that, you know, in the chorus when she's like, what if I took this dagger from me and removed it, took the weight of you and lost it? Believe me, I could do it, you know, taking the power back, being like, I've had enough. I've had enough. I've given enough. I've had enough. I'm tired of this treatment. So I think this is for somebody who needs the motivation to actually take that step. To take that step and to understand and realize that you deserve so much more than that. I know my love should be celebrated, but you tolerate it. I don't like that. You deserve to be loved, not tolerated, especially if you're giving a lot of your energy. Took this dagger from me and removed it. You can do it. Like I'm feeling this like stuck energy, but like it's just about to move. It's just about to move. It's also very Libra into Scorpio, which we're right there. The sun is at, that's funny. I'll have to go back and check the timestamp on this. I wonder if it's still in Libra or in Scorpio. But that's very much this energy. 29th degree of Libra is like that do or die in relationship, which can be a positive or a negative thing. But this I'm getting like, took that dagger from me and removed it. Okay, so I just grabbed two of these cards and aren't they appropriate? It's Saturn and Leo, generosity. And Saturn and Leo can be very hard for them to be vulnerable, for them to like open up their inner child and play. And look, like these people are like throwing these like kind of one of those stars, throwing money, pentacles, stars, whatever at him, and he's like, no thanks, no. So I feel like this is like you, generosity, like giving so much of your heart, giving so much of your emotion, giving so much of your money, time, effort, all of it to this person. And this person's like, no, okay, thanks, that's enough. Yeah, there's a line in that song where it's like, painted you with my finest colors, and you just sat there. You know, this person's putting all this effort, setting out the finest china, making the nicest dinners, complimenting this person, painting them with their finest colors, putting up this person up on a pedestal, doing so much for this person. And what is this person doing back for you? I don't like that. And look at his face. He's like, And then Sun and Libra in reverse, harmony. How many birds are on there? 15. The devil. 15 birds on there. So this is somebody that you might like feel chained to, somebody that you might feel obligated to. This could be a marriage. Definitely could be a marriage. 15, the devil, the chains. Not that every marriage is the devil, but it is being chained to something. Took the dagger in me and removed it. And what does 15 add down to? 6. The lovers. A choice. So I feel like you're at this crossroads and you're like, I need to make a choice and I need to get out of this. I've had enough. But can I? You can. You can, but let's dig into this a little bit deeper. Okay, so what is the situation? What is the situation, Spirit, that is going on? Let's explain the situation, make sure this is right for you. What is the current situation? There's going on. These cards are so sticky. That's weird. Cards are like sticking to each other. So this could be a real sticky situation. I must have spelled something on these. Isn't that funny? So you're in a real sticky situation. Again, it could be a marriage. So there could be kids involved. There could be major finances, or it could be somebody that you live with that it's like, I can't afford to pay for this apartment on my own. Sticky situation. But I don't want to stay in this. So something kind of like binding. Okay. Spirit, please. What's the situation? Okay. Queen of Cups. So yeah, again, you are giving a lot. You are giving freely of your emotions. You are tending to their emotions. You are taking on, you might be a very empathetic person. And because of that, there could be some emotional manipulation going on. Either by you, because you're so tired of the nonsense that it becomes like the care can turn into resentment, can turn into victimhood, martyrdom. So like maybe there's like a passive aggressive thing going on too. Yeah, because it seems like you're like a really empathetic person and you don't like to stand up for yourself, and you want to be treated in kindly and in kind. Like, I treat you really well, why aren't you treating me back? And your way of, because you're right on that cusp of, don't take it from me, remove it. That cusp of actually taking your power back, of actually like asserting like, this isn't okay. No, I've had enough. That point leading up to that, right, can be very like passive aggressive, very, or like trying to like have emotional outbursts in order to get the reaction that you want from that person, consciously or subconsciously. I know I used to do this all the time, like, and it wasn't really conscious, but it was like, oh, if they see how much I'm hurt, they'll treat me better. That's not the way it works. You have to see how hurt you are, and you have to treat yourself better. Unfortunately, because it's good to take your power back and you save you. But I feel like there's like that going on. Definitely also could be kids, could be a family. Queen of Cups is always like a mom kind of a thing to me. Doesn't have to be. Or you could feel like this person is like your child, right? Like you could be like, I do so much for you. In that song, paint all the pictures and make the dinner table for you, all this kind of stuff. And it's funny, I almost never like use the rider waite anymore. But she's like looking at that cup, and the cup is, and Scorpio season's coming up, right? This is where we actually transform things, where we actually, where that Scorpio stings, the executioner. But she's looking at the cup like, come on. And the cup in this, it kind of looks like a scorpion to me. And he's like, or kind of even more so than that, kind of like, na 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 boo boo. So either like this person's like, sorry, nothing I can do about it. What do you want me to do? You know who I am. I don't change. I'm emotionally stonewall. I am. Or this is somebody who's like mean about it and is like, yeah, you can cry as much as you want. Nanny nanny boo boo. Ha ha ha. I got your number. I've got control over you. I can treat you like shit. I don't like it. Okay, Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. So that's the situation we got going on here, right? It's disjointed. It's not even give and take. This is not a happy kind of a thing. And you are very much in your feels. What's behind the Two of Cups? The Star. So for a long time, you hope this would get better, right? That you hope that that you'd be able to even this out. That this person there would be that rejuvenation. And also in that song too, it's like, there's a part where she's like, where's that man who threw blankets over my barbed wire? Like, where's that man that, or woman, doesn't, I don't know who this is, but like, where's that person that treated me well, that like threw blankets over my barbed wire, my more emotional nature, my throat chakra, my that would protect me, that would help me when I was feeling crazy or wrong, or, I don't know if you're feeling crazy or wrong. Maybe they're telling you, oh, maybe this person's gaslighting you. You're crazy. You're wrong. When you're not crazy and you're not wrong. And watch out for that. If somebody is gaslighting you, like, boy, those emotional games, those emotional abuse is real, right? And you have to pick up on it, and you have to take that power back from yourself. That if you're dealing with somebody who's doing that to you and is that emotionally immature and won't own up to it, you have to be the bigger person, and you have to say, I'm not tolerating this. I'm not tolerating this. And especially if it was one of those situations where this person was like great at first. We all know it, right? The love bombing, all of that. Of course, the star, hope. It'll get better. It'll get better. It'll get better. How long can we hold on to that hope, though? Especially if it's not getting better and this person is devolving. But I'm sorry. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. What's like the fights about? What's the emotional temperature of the fights? What are like the themes of whatever emotional tomfoolery is going on in this situation? Please, Spirit. King of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. Now we have the King of Cups. So yeah, this definitely could be a marriage counterparts. But there's a lot of emotions that aren't being talked about. And the Queen of Cups is Cancer, the King of Cups is Scorpio, and we're moving into Scorpio season. And while Cancer like nurtures, and wants everybody to like feel good, nurture, Cancer gets real prickly. That dark side of Cancer, right, is really prickly when it's not reciprocated. When that nurturing does not then create that bond, that symbiotic, like in utero bond. Not that all Cancers want it to be like this, like, I was just getting like a parasitic thing from that. Cancers aren't parasites, that's not what I'm saying, but it can devolve into that. The darker side of Cancer can be like a very like mommy dearest, like I'm nurturing you, I care for you, I caretake for you. Come here, I'll soothe you. No one else can soothe you. No, I'll make dinner for you. Like, well, maybe I should make dinner for myself every now and then. Maybe I should be independent, not codependent. But that like nurturing thing from Cancer is like emotion. And if I don't get it back, then like my emotions change. In Scorpio, the emotions are very, very deep, but they're being transmuted. They're being like held under the water. They're stagnant until someone comes in and then the tsunami comes up. And in this King of Cups, like the King of Cups, I normally get like a pretty positive thing from. In this, I'm getting like very repressed emotions, felt deeply on both sides. Conversations that are just not being had, but are bubbling under the surface. Just because things aren't being said doesn't mean they're not being felt. And with the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, both very intuitive. Doesn't matter the gender, it's being felt. But the feminine cups feels it and says it and external, and the male cups feels it and it's internal. So we got a lot of emotional pathways, and they're probably not matching up because that Two of Cups was in reverse. Those cups aren't matching, right? So somebody's being very externally emotional, somebody's being very internally emotional, and they're not matching. They're not mirroring, which is a hotbed for arguments, for manipulations, for misreading the situation, fights, emotions, a lot of emotion. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I do feel like you feel like this person is manipulating you, or you feel like there's emotional games going on. That is kind of what this card is to me. And you can feel lied to. And this could be somebody that keeps saying like, I'm gonna get better. Or does get better, or does, like, if you have this conversation and you're like, please, like you're really hurting my feelings. Like, I don't like you when you treat me like this. I don't like it when, you don't come to our kids' soccer games because you're out drinking with the guys or whatever it is, or, out partying with the girls, wine night with the girls again. I don't like it. you know, if you're dating, I don't like it when I text you and you don't text me back for like 2 days. And that makes me feel anxious and like that's disrespectful. I understand that, you know, we don't have to talk all the time, but if I text you and you don't text me back for 2 days, like are you alive? It's disrespectful. And then they're like, yeah, oh yeah, yes, I get that, yes. And yes, I'm so sorry, I will get better. And then a week later, they're doing the same shit. And they're like, I never said that. I didn't do that. What are you talking about? I didn't do that. Well, yeah, you did. So I feel like there's just like a lot of that like emotional manipulation, not taking responsibility, and like that cloudy behavior too. Cloudy behavior. I said I was here. Well, you said you were there, but my friend was there and you weren't there. Where were you? I don't want to talk about it. You don't trust me? Well, then I guess I'm not trustworthy. Walks away, stonewalls. Or that kind of stuff. Okay. What is the other person's, your partner, that you're, took this dagger from me and removed it, wanting to get away from, or right on that cusp, right on that cusp of being like, enough. What is their current, what are they doing? What's their current stance on things? King of Cups. I'm going to take 3. What's their current? Okay, well. Okay, I put that one down on the top. I don't know what it is. If we need it, we'll see it. The Star. Okay, so one of two things. I just got 2 things. Either they are playing on your constant hope that's been there for years, that it will get better, that they're telling the truth this time, that they're going to change. They're like, have that in their back pocket. I feel like this is like a get out of jail free card for them. Yeah. Whatever. I can just tell her I didn't do that. Just tell him I didn't do that. I can shut him down. All he's going to do is cry. All she's going to do is cry. Yeah, they think that your kindness is your weakness. Sorry to say it. They also could be doing some shady stuff online dating sites, gambling, something online, something nefarious online that like wouldn't make you happy. It's my cheating card. 3 cups in reverse. I can have a side piece. She won't mind. I can go out and get drunk with boys. The third party doesn't have to always be cheating. It can be a third party situation, can be job, family, addictions, whatever. She won't mind. He won't mind. I can go get hammered. Even though I said I was going to pick the kids up. I can go out with the boys instead. They won't mind. Sending other people messages online. Something like that. Yeah. The Magician in reverse. Oh, I don't like this. Lying to you, manipulating you, lying about having this third party, lying about having an addiction, lying about spending money, lying about another partner, lying about what they're doing online, lying. That's what they're doing. They're lying and they think that you'll just stick around for it. Because of all the false hope they've given you and never followed through on. They think because of this, they can do this. And be honest with yourself. Because of this, they can do this. Took that dagger from me and removed it. Let's take a look at the card. I said we might need it. Let's look at it. Look at that. Yeah. We did need it. 7 of Wands. Mars and Leo. Put up your defenses. Stand up for yourself. Took that dagger from me and removed it. It even looks like that on here, right? All these wands. I'm taking one of them. Took that dagger from me and removed it. And that's probably why I didn't take it. I put it down on top because I wanted to see what they were up to. And then Spirit was like, don't look at that one yet. Although maybe they are being defensive to you too. Being like, no. But this is you taking your power back. 7 of Wands. No more. Nope. 7 of Wands. Not today. You thought you were getting the star? Well, you're not. You're not getting the star today. That's Aquarius energy. Star is Aquarius energy. Here's some Mars and Leo. Surprise. Surprise. Time's up. Took this dagger from me and removed it. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. You're not talking to me like this anymore. You're not lying to me. You're not stepping out. You're not blaming things on me that are not my fault. Take this dagger from me and removed it. King of Cups. You want to keep all those... I'm getting real sassy. The sun was at 29 Libra, which is the degree of like relationships ending or like this can no longer be, and then boom, it goes into Scorpio season. Maybe we're in Scorpio season now because I'm feeling feisty AF. And the second the sun moves, actually at 29 Libra, it's right at my Saturn Pluto midpoint. So I get this time of year, I get very spicy. Obviously. For that King of Cups. All that, all that undercurrent, all that emotions. Well, it's time to come to the forefront. It's Scorpio season. Boom. Guess what? I'm here. And it's time. I've had enough. The star is out. A star, when it finally combusts, when a star finally dies, does it become a black hole? Is that what happens? I think it does. Is that what happens when a star dies? Something crazy happens. So look that up because maybe that has some relevance here. But in my mind, they become a black hole, which is like you've been sucked into this gravity, right? That you're gonna event horizon. If you get sucked in anymore, event horizon, you're in the black hole. You're nothing. Or you get sucked in the hole and boom, you're on a different timeline. Took that dagger from me and removed it. Sorry, I'm going a different way. I'm done with this. Obviously, like if you're married or something, you can't just be like, peace. I mean, I guess you could. But if it's not a situation, if it's not something that's casual enough, or you don't have enough invested within each other that you can just be like, I've had enough, then it's still the time. It's the time to say, I've had enough, and let's have a discussion about interacting with me and seeing this version of me. You're not treating me this way anymore. We're not going about this the way that we've always gone about this. It's just, that's so funny. I don't even think I shuffled these. I don't know how that's on the bottom. Oh, it's because I hadn't looked at the bottom of the deck yet. That's why. Yes. Okay. There we go. Boom. So we come to the conclusion, the Emperor. Just what I'm saying right now. The rules have changed, bud. You were used to the star and the more, porous side of it. Well, now you're about to get the Emperor. Very different energy. No. Nope. Mars. Aries. No. I have boundaries now. No. There's going to be consequences to you treating me this way. You can't treat me this way. I'm on to what you're doing. I know the way you're treating me. I know you're lying to me. I know you're manipulating me. I know you're stonewalling me. And I'm not dealing with it anymore. I'm not dealing with it anymore. Things either change, although it seems to me that this person, like, it's not so much a matter of it changing. That Magician was in reverse. It's a matter of you taking your power back, realizing that this person is disempowering you, does not care about you, is using you, and move away. It's just flipped over as I was shuffling. What's here? 4 swords, 2 cups. Yeah. Get out of this, and then it's time to rest. Then it's time to heal for a bit. For however long that is, and whatever way you need to. But you got to heal. You got to get out, not jumping to another relationship, not not like going back and forth with this person, clean cut. I mean, again, if you're married, whatever, I understand it can't be a clean cut, but start that process of like, I'm getting out of this relationship, and don't start running to somebody else immediately, Two of Cups in reverse, to fill that. And especially if you've been in this relationship, which it feels everything like this for me, that it is an emotionally abusive relationship. Emotionally abusive, which fucks you up in the mind. It fucks you up in the mind. It's trauma. It's trauma. And you're going to have traumatic responses to that. And it's going to inform the way that you behave in other relationships. Trust me, I've been through it. I used to have an incredibly anxious attachment style. Incredibly. And now I don't. Now I have a secure attachment style. But that took a long time, and it was a lot of traumas and a lot of patterns of behavior that I was subconsciously not noticing in myself, that just kept playing out in different versions. And that was because I would jump from relationship to relationship looking for something to fix that outside of me instead of inside of me, instead of like fixing it myself and like having more self-esteem, more self-worth, understanding that I am lovable, understanding that I do have worth, understanding that the right person is coming to me, and that my worth is not predicated on who I am with or what I am surround myself with. It took a long time and a lot of work, but it's worth it. So instead of, jumping to the next thing, rest. Get a therapist. Talk to your friends, but more importantly, get a therapist. Spiritual seeking, maybe study your chart more. That helped me a lot. Understanding my chart helped me enact actual change in my life. Tarot, all that, but rest. And actually, deal with the emotions of what's happened, what has been happening, and the effect that it's had on you. I just looked up and it was 2707. And then I just looked again and it was 27. 27 is a very spiritual number to me. And then 07. So 7 is always like the spiritual number to me. I don't know, 2707, angel number, look it up. I don't know what it means, but it caught my eye. So it must mean something. 277. 16, the tower. Is that right? Did I do that math right? 2, 7, 9 plus 7. Yep, the tower. What comes after the tower? The star. But the positive version of the star, where there actually is hope. Where there actually is hope. The star is a beautiful energy. I'm not trying to say the star is bad energy, but it is bad if you're constantly like the star and nothing's coming of it. Instead, then you get the tower, then you regress, right? Then we go back into that tower energy. You don't want that. You want the actual tower. You want the hope. You want the reciprocal relationship, which you absolutely can have, but you got to rest and you got to heal and get out of that Two of Cups. It's on the back of the deck. Yeah, the Seven of Cups in reverse. This cloudy energy, this lots of options, this not seeing things clearly, this looking for the 7 deadly sins. Like, okay, I'm not feeling good, so lust, greed. Like, I'm gonna go out and sleep with somebody else, or I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna overeat to deal with my feelings, or I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna work 16 hours a day to make more money, to make it. None of that. Rest, recuperate, focus on you. Okay, and what's some advice, Spirit? I just Virgoed on you. I don't know even if, let's get some more advice from Spirit, not just me Virgoing the fuck out on you. 4 Wands in reverse. Yeah, so if it's a marriage, this is like somebody you're living with, home, all of that, sense of community. Maybe also like it's time to get some new friends too. Like if you've had friends that, have kind of, sorry, excuse me. Whenever I burp when I'm channeling, which is like a lot actually, to me is like, not like burp, but like I'll get like these little like air pockets or something that's like negative energy kind of being released. I know I sound so nuts right now, but it is what it is. So yeah, like hard pill to swallow, but there's some bad, obviously this person is bad, but like the whole sense of community, like maybe it's time to move. Maybe it's time to, yeah, move to a different community, find new friends, find new hobbies, not idealize anything, see things really clearly. If married, took that dagger from me and removed it and called the divorce lawyer and started to get divorced, kind of thing. What else, Spirit? What else? That's funny. 4 wands. 3 wands in reverse. Make sure you're planning things out. Make sure that you're that you're like planning stuff, but that you're not that you are actively planning and that you're not like saying putting it off, right? Like, okay, well, I'll wait another like 3 months. I'll wait. No. We're right at that cusp. We're right there. So, yeah, now is the time. Like, it's time astrologically too. Now is the time to get started on that. Again, sticky. What is going on with these cards? Sticky, sticky, sticky. Okay. So we have the Hermit in reverse. I feel like you have not been spending time alone. You need to spend that time alone. The rest thing just keeps coming through. You got to remove yourself from this. And again, I think this is something where like you don't date for a minute. I'm really getting the feeling that this person has like worn you down, or if it's not even this person, if it's a pattern of people, if it's been like, one after another, the same kind of themes coming up in a different face, like Hermit, you have to actually figure out what is attracting this over and over again. Why do I keep falling in these same situations? Why do I allow this to happen? Hermit. And another great thing with the Hermit too is like it really heals a lot. Like actually going inside some solitude, listening to your own inner guidance, dealing with the pain that you're actually feeling. It's time to actually do that. So 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Love that. So 8 of Pentacles is Virgo energy. It's double Virgo actually. So there's double Virgo energy here. So also start creating like better routines in your day if you don't have very good routines. I'm a triple Virgo and I have terrible routines. It's in the 12th house. So it's really funny. I love to give this advice to people. I'm like, routines are so important. Not important enough for me to have one, but so important. Typical Virgo. But yeah, a routine would be really great for you. See? And like knowing your own worth and slowly working on that and like building up that worth and building up, like if there's a skill too that, or a hobby that can like take your mind off of this, right? Like I'm going to put I'm going to start doing stained glass windows. I'm going to start gardening. I'm going to start, adult coloring books. I went through a big adult coloring book phase. It was great. It actually really was great. It was like when I was going through a lot of grief and I had a lot of time on my hands. It was really great. It was like, I would like listen to music and color and it was very, disassociatively healing, I guess. But it was really good. It really was. So something like that, or something that you're passionate about, and putting the pieces back together slowly so that when you do start dating again, that, that you're coming at it from like the right perspective, the right place. And the King of Wands and the Moon in reverse. King of Wands is a bully AF. And I feel like that's what this person is. I feel like this person is like cocky, sexual partier, man or woman. If it's masculine, like I feel like it's like, I'm so hot, I like to flirt with women, I can do whatever I want. I feel like they might insult you too, like insult your appearance, insult your work, just a real like bully and like a partier, and like you've gained weight, you're not hot anymore, like that kind of thing. And if it's a woman, I feel like it's like still a bully, but like in a like a more like cutting you down from a bunch of different aspects. The King of Wands as a woman is a bully too, very selfish and very like cutting down your worth, little insults, little not little, King of Wands is pretty nasty, just nasty, constantly like nagging at you, constantly. I don't mean to say man or woman, if they're more masculine dominant or if they're more feminine dominant, it could be either. But just constantly nagging at you, constantly like, you never do enough. Well, they're like doing jack shit, right? While like you're doing all the stuff for the kids and they're out literally like, I'm gonna go drink with the girls again. I'm gonna go party. I'm gonna go get attention from men. I'm gonna go flirt with the guys in the band, kind of a thing. I know he'll be at home and, he'll make dinner for me when I get home and I'm drunk. Just cocky and a dick. Ugh. And then with that moon energy there, emotionally, manipulative. But this is what you should do. So sorry, I'm just tapping into that energy because I feel it and I don't like it. Stand up to their bullying. And stand up to their bullying, and it's time to let those emotions out. All those emotions festering underneath, all the shit that you've been wanting to say, the King Cups, right? All that, it's time to let it out. All this repressed emotions, repressed anger. Scorpio season, it's time for them to come to the surface. Not in an explosive way. Don't wait until the next time they piss you off to... That is what will happen in Scorpio season if you do. But like, hey, taking, King of Wands, taking that power back. We need to have a conversation. The tables are turning, but we got to talk about how I'm feeling. We got to talk about what I will and will not tolerate. And what I will not tolerate any longer is your behavior and your treatment of me. It's Scorpio season. Things have changed. 6 of Wands. There's your victory. You've taken your power back. I've had enough, bud. I'm no longer dealing with your King of Wands in reverse, your Moon in reverse. None of it. I'm going off. I'm going off to meet somebody else. I'm going off to take my power back. I'm going off to make a great dinner for myself and not for you. And not your complaints, not your bullshit. It's time for my victory. The Empress in reverse. You've been treating me like I'm an Empress in reverse. You've been making me feel needy. You've been making me feel less than. You've been taking from all of this abundance that I have to give you, all this kindness, all these emotions, all this caretaking of you, all this beauty that I have. You've been treating me like an Empress in reverse. Well, guess what, bud? I know who I am. The Empress upright. I'm going to go get my victory, and it's not going to be with you. You take care of yourself. I'm done taking care of you. I'm tired of these like little Page of Pentacles, these little apologies you give me, these little offers. Oh yeah, I really fucked up. Well, I bought you a banana bread. Sorry. Thank you. I will take your banana bread and I will go eat it with somebody else. Bye. Adios, amigo. Spirit, how can we help empower this person? Well, it just flew out again. The Emperor. Yep. Empress in reverse. If you don't like me at my Empress, you can have me at my Emperor. Okay? If you don't like me at my Empress, then you get my Emperor. How do you like her? Yeah, Page of Pentacles, when they try and come at you with that bullshit. Those little... I'm not taking your crumbs anymore. Nope. Not taking it anymore. Empower yourself. I love it. And then let's just get a couple of these. I'm going to get a couple of these little, like, these guys for advice, and then one crystal card. Okay, what just flew out? Sun in Cancer. Resourcefulness. You have all the resources you need. Your emotions are your resources. There's that, there's like a little crow up there looking up at the sun. That life power, that masculine side, that Emperor, right? Took this dagger for me and removed it. And the crow is also like a harbinger for me of like before, like a dark night of the soul. Sun in Cancer. It's time to let these emotions out. It's time to get real emotionally clear. Take back my sovereignty. Okay, what else, Spirit? What else? Moon in Capricorn, practicality in reverse. Even if it's impractical, even if you guys live together, even if you do have kids, okay, it's great. We can always be like, oh no, I can't afford the rent. And like, that can be very true. Like, I can't afford the rent, right? Okay. But nor can you continue to live with somebody who is treating you in an emotionally abusive way, treating you less than, not respecting you. You can't do that either. So move out, find a roommate. I don't care if it's impractical. Not me. Spirit doesn't care. I'm channeling. Although, to be sassy, I don't either. Get out of there. And then there's like, this is Capricorn, but there's like a little guy, like, again, right as I was saying that, the Virgo thing, with that like scythe, with the wheat, separate the wheat from the chaff. What matters, what doesn't. What matters is your emotional safety and like not feeling like this, and not, being with this person that's not treating you well. Even if it's impractical, it's also impractical to keep living with somebody who is not treating you well and wearing you down and making you feel like shit all the time. Like, it really, really, it impacts you in so many ways. And it's the longer you deal with it, the longer you accept it, the harder it is to heal from it. Jupiter in Aries, the Emperor, Enterprise. Look at that hand. Look at that hand up. That's so funny. Enough. Jupiter in Aries, Mars. That's 7 of Wands. Jupiter in Aries. Guess what? Surprise. Time's up. I've had enough. Don't like me at my Empress? You get me at my Jupiter in Aries. Bye. And Saturn and Neptune are moving back into Aries in February. They're conjuncting at the 0 degree, the Grand Conjunction. It starts they only conjunct at 0 Aries like every 9,000 years. This is big, big, big restart. They conjunct together every like 30 some years. I'm taking that at 0 Aries. It's only 9,000 years. Virgo. Just in case anyone's like, they conjuncted. I know. The sun has to be in Scorpio now. I'm being so sassy and it's so funny that energy switches. It's gotta be there. I'm gonna check after this, but it's gotta be. Yeah, and then on the bottom, Mercury and Virgo. In reverse, caution. And she's like walking away. Look at her. She's like looking at all those like deer, those like little lambs, which like I'm getting like that Bambi version of you. That little lamb. And she's sad. She's sad to say goodbye, right? Like, look at her face. She's like, oh no. Oh no. But that doesn't, that lamb version, that sweet version, that's still very much a part of you. There's a difference between nice and being kind. Nice is a pushover. Nice people can do whatever they want. And you're like, because you're getting your worth from, I have to be nice to them. If I'm nice to everybody, they'll like me. Kindness is, I'm going to do right by you. I'm going to do the right thing. But I also have boundaries. And I'm not going to be nice to you for the sake of being nice. If you're being a dick to me, if you're being a shit to me, I'm not going to be nice to you in order for you to like me. I'm going to call out the fact that I don't like the way that you're treating me. I'm not going to give you kind energy when you're giving me bullshit so I can be nice. I am very nice. I am very kind. I have a ton of worth. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. I am Bambi. I have all this kindness and sweetness, but I also know when to say no. Mercury in Virgo. It's exalted in Virgo. It's very discerning. It can look at something without emotion and say, just cutting the wheat from the chaff, right? I just said Virgo. And say, yes to this, no to that. This is working, this isn't working. And just see it clearly. Undiluted Mercury in Virgo and I have it at the anoretic degree. Like I can look at situations and see it all. Now, do I always make the right choice? Of course not. I'm not just Mercury and Virgo. I have plenty of other placements which come in and are like, no, but the actual Mercury and Virgo, just that on its own, laser. Ding, 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 laser. Caution. It's time to throw the caution to the wind, see things clearly, and bye, Bambi. I will come back to you when I'm with somebody where it's safe to be Bambi with, where it's safe to be kind and sweet because I'm being respected. Mercury and Virgo. The Virgoing. I can be such a sanctimonious little shit. Sometimes I also have a lot of Sagittarius placements. But I really am just channeling the energy that's coming through. And I want you to do better. I want you to have better. I want you to be treated better. Take that dagger from me and remove it. It's so empowering. It's so empowering to finally step up for yourself and be like, no, I deserve better. Bye. I'm not taking it anymore. Okay, these two just flipped over. I just said I was just going to get one, but we're going to get two. Okay. Lemurian quartz. Practice patience. So yeah, practice patience with yourself. Practice patience with like new starts, right? And like actually standing up for yourself. It's hard to do. It's going to take a minute. You have to be patient with yourself in getting out of old habits and getting into new ones, actually standing up for yourself, actually no longer tolerating it. Like, I don't mean to say that this shift is so easy to do. It's not. But again, from the beginning, I said right on that cusp, Libra into Scorpio, and that whole song is like I'm right there. So I think you're right there. So practice patience with yourself in making that shift. And also practice patience with yourself, as I was saying, like right there. As I said, don't blow off the handle. Don't don't wait until the next time you're pissed to then be like, and now it's time now, buddy. We're in the fighting rink. Gladiator. Practice patience. Plot this out and say, like, we're having a conversation. I need to voice some things to you. It's got to change. And, maybe this person is somebody who will change. I'm not saying I just that magician in reverse. Like, maybe this person is somebody that will change. You know your situation better than I do. But if you're with somebody that right, this has been just zero respect, especially if it was like something where it was like very much like the love bombing thing, right? Like there was never really anything super genuine here. It was just a fairy tale, and then this person turned into a nightmare. That is not right. But if this is somebody who is going through a hard time or is, that this is like a phase, or that you really think they genuinely, really think, again, look at the situation very clearly, Virgo Mercury, but be honest with yourself. And if this is somebody that you think is somebody that can, pivot and change, okay, then set the boundaries and see if they do change. And if they don't, then get out of there. That's start, but practice patience and start fresh. Yeah. Whether it's with that person and they actually consistently show you that they can change and are changing, or start fresh, you on your own with better attachment style. Golden Healer quotes. Open the door. Yeah. Open that door. Took the dagger from me and removed it. Opened the door. Walked out. Gained my confidence. Met somebody new and it was great. Had standards and they were met. Being treated really well by somebody loving and kind and generous like I am. Taylor Swift, call me. You want to do a collab? Do it. Take your power back. You deserve better. Happy Scorpio season.